There are certain things you should never do when your back's hurting. I'm Liebscher Bracht, and I'm going to show you the 3 most common mistakes you can make. Mistake number 1 is the cardinal sin. You consider back pain as something you have to fight, using injections, medication, surgery, sclerotherapy, and so forth. That's a very big mistake. Back pain, even if it's excruciating, is a sign sent from your body, in the language of your body, that is talking to you, to alert you to the fact that you're damaging your back. So please, take your back pain as something it really is, a language, and try, with our help, to interpret it in a way that helps you to get rid of the back pain. On the topic of pain prevention, we have a great educational video for you. Click up here to access it. Now, mistake number 2, resting. I understand this, I really do. Everything hurts and you think, there's nothing I can do. So you sit down in this step position with raised legs. Or think of those hospital beds where you can tilt the upper half of the bed upwards. And this is interesting. In this position, your back pain lets up. Why is that? Because your hip flexor, shortened to begin with, is now even shorter, and it doesn't give you any pain. But the big disadvantage of resting is that your hip flexor becomes even shorter since it is switched into an even shorter position. Do not do that. Mistake number 3, the wrong strengthening exercises. Strengthening is important. We need that. We have the myokines, the muscle hormones that are of tremendous importance. Any strengthening is great, but, big but now, when your back hurts, you shouldn't do certain kinds of strengthening exercises. For example, it's often said that back pain comes from abdominal muscles being too weak, underdeveloped. Please do some sit-ups. People are told to do sit-ups. So do 3 or 4, please, Ina. And this is supposed to strengthen your abdominal muscles to ease your back pain. So please lie down again. What really happens here, your hip flexor is shortened and your abdominal muscles are too tensed up as well, on account of the forces that come into play when you sit too much. Doing sit-ups exacerbates the situation, and that's why your back pain becomes worse. Maybe at first it may feel better. That might happen because you're moving your system. But in the long run, in 2 to 3 weeks at the latest, it'll become worse than before, even more shortened. And the same thing happens in your back. Please lie on your stomach. And now, lift your upper body with your arms in the air. And hold that position and apply a lot of force here in your back. Please relax. You should not do that with back pain. Most people's lower back muscles are hard enough as it is. And when you do such exercise, it makes everything there even harder. Why are the muscles so hard here? It's because everything in the front is contracted and too short, pulling you forward so that your back extensor muscles have to pull against this. And your buttocks, your glutes, pull against this at the level of your hips, and that means everything back here is tensed up anyways. A massage therapist would probably tell you, oh boy, you're very tense and hard here. That's exactly what I'm talking about. These kind of exercises are going to make the problem rather worse, and the problem becomes bigger instead of getting smaller. Regarding the wrong strengthening exercises for your back, we have produced a big, detailed video. Please click up there to access it. And then there's our back challenge, helping you to get rid of your back pain. Click here to access that. Knock yourself out and get rid of your back pain, because those signals are something positive that we should read as a prompt to feel better.